Michael here with RVs of America, Black Series Premier dealer in Utah. I'm gonna bring you another modification video with a little emphasis on what you get with your Black Series trailer already and how we slightly modify that to make it more useful for some people. Now, keep in mind, most trailers you buy, normal ones, you know, here in America, from 10,000 to even 100,000 ones, they are designed to go to a campground, to stay on the pavement. Some people call them their pavement princesses. That's the thing. And this is, Black Series are not pavement princesses, you know, they're off-road kings. And so when you come with the trailer, most of the time if you want to run any of your outlets, like, and have a TV or plug in a blender or plug in your laptop or charge your phone or run a microwave, any of those things, in a regular RV trailer, you have to go to a campground because you have to be plugged into shore power or a generator. But they're not designed for off-road, you know, or off-grid mostly. So you have to have something to be able to do that. And so Black Series, they come stock with an inverter. An inverter is really awesome. Magic box, you can call it if you want, that will turn the power from your battery, which is 12 volts, into 120 volts, which that is all your outlets. So it's a clean power per se. People call it clean power to replace like a generator, because we have solar panels that charge up our batteries, and then I have my inverter that gives me power to my outlets. So with this inverter, I'm able to have my TV turned on, and Black Series is labeled half the outlets that are powered by the inverter. And so I got my TV, I even got the microwave on, which is really awesome. And how it works is with my control panel right here. It's a remote panel, and if I put it there, it's off. You can see the microwave's off. I turn it on, the microwave's on. So now I got power, and I have a heater here. This is just for an example. I wouldn't recommend hooking up a heater in here because they could take a lot of power. That's why you have a furnace that runs off of propane. It's a lot more efficient. But for my example, as you see, I plug this in here, and now I run my little heater, or you know, your blender, or whatever you want. And so just to reiterate as well, just so you know, we are not plugged into anything right now. So everything I'm operating and running right now is off of the batteries through the inverter. So, and then let me just show you another plug and why and what this actual modification comes down to is that, like I said, half the plugs are hooked up to the inverter right now. So what our modification does is we hook up the rest of the plugs to the inverter. So there's a couple plugs in some kind of key areas, like right here. There's a great plug right here to plug in all of your kitchen appliances, blenders and coffee pots. So right now, like I said, we're not plugged in, so, but the inverter's on. Plug into this plug, turn it on, nothing happens, because there's nothing wrong with it, but it's hooked up only to shore power. And there's one in the bathroom too, and one outside. And so if you'd like to be able to use those when you're off grid without a generator or being plugged in at a campground, you'll need this modification. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the end result after we have done the modification, so that I have power on these other outlets. Okay, now I'll show you what we've done. It sounds really easy. Oh, just wire it up real quick. It takes multiple hours. It's not a real quick thing, but it's all good when it's done. So originally, the way it is set up from Black Series is the inverter sends power to one of the outlets or one of the breakers on the main panel, and then that goes to those other outlets. But we have to actually add a separate box to reroute that, because there would be some electrical yada yada. I could go into detail, but I'm not going to go into super detail about why you have to do that, but it has to be done in order for it to operate properly and safely. So we have a separate box here for the rest of those outlets that are plugged in there. So those are the other 3 that we've added, and that's just real nice right there, easy to access, labeled and everything. And that now gives us power to the rest of our outlets. I'll go show you those outlets that are powered up and show you them working. All right, now if you want to come over here and see some of the things I've done, I have this outlet right here, and I've actually changed this outlet out. If you look at it, it is different than the one that's originally in there. The one that's originally there is a GFCI outlet itself, which you have to have GFCI outlets near any water or outside to be protected. The reason I swapped it out is because the inverter itself is GFCI protected, and with 2 GFCIs in the same line, they don't like that. So I have replaced it, but I went and opted with one with USB ports. So now, if I wanted to, when I got my inverter going, I can plug in my phone and charge that up. So cool little addition there. And then another added bonus to doing this is Black Series is really awesome. They give you a heated tank option. That heated tank only runs off of 120 volt power off of the shore power line normally, but now that we've wired everything in to run off of the inverter, I can turn on my heater too, off grid. Keep in mind that this 12 volt heater, it is not a 12 volt heater. We do 12 volt heaters as another modification. This 120 volt heater does take more power. So if you are going to be running this, keep in mind that this is going to drain more power than doing the 12 volt option. And then here I can plug in my, I got the little fancy one where you got to make sure it goes in at the same time. Turn my heater on. And now my heat works right off of that one. Again, I'm not going to use a heater usually. That would be plugging in probably my blender, making some smoothies in the morning. And there you have it. Thank you for watching and supporting us. If you want to see more mods, keep on watching. I'll keep on bringing them to you. And like us, subscribe, hit the notifications, keep on watching us. Go to the website, RVsofAmerica.com, if you want more information on mods, more information on the trailers, or if you want to get in contact with us to get your own Black Series trailer. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon.